We've talked so much about the total solar eclipse happening next week, but there's another big event here in Western New York that we want to discuss tonight. Women in Tech returns for its third year with the goal of empowering women who are making a difference in this region's growing tech industry. So this takes place at the Seneca One Tower a week from tomorrow. It's April 11th from 3 in the afternoon until 7 o'clock at night. The event will include some very impressive keynote speakers, also a panel on how the region was selected as a tech hub designation from the federal government, and workshops as well. Then they'll have a networking event for the final hour at Seneca One's lobby. Who better to talk to about this than Sarah Tanbakuchi? She is the CEO of Tech Buffalo, which is hosting Women in Tech along with 43 North and Be in Buffalo, those three groups. And Sarah joins me now live. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to talk about Women in Tech today.
Absolutely. So I looked on the website today because you need to register. Unfortunately, it's filled up, but you can go online and hopefully get on the wait list if this is something that you want to participate in. But I think it really speaks to how this event has grown over the years. What's going to happen?
Yeah, and we actually opened up a few more slots, knowing that we'd be able to talk about it here, but we do have more than 600 people registered for the event. So if you are interested, please sign up quickly.
Yeah. Tell me about some of the events. I mentioned the keynote speakers, and the list is obviously very impressive. Also, this discussion that you're going to have, we brought up how the federal government has designated us one of these tech hubs. It extends all the way from here towards central New York. I know that's a big discussion point.
Yeah, it absolutely is. You know, this event is all about empowering and celebrating women in the tech industry. And we want to bring women together to learn, to network, to build community and create connections. And we thought starting out with the Regional Tech Hub designation was just an excellent place to start. Because when you think about semiconductor manufacturing, it has the potential to transform our region. And so what does that mean for women that are interested in tech? What does that mean for the talent here and economic development? And the speakers who are joining us from Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse will talk exactly about those topics. So we're really excited to kick things off with that topic.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you think of tech as an industry which has been long dominated by men. That is changing, right? I mean, you're an example of that. You are on loan right now, essentially, from M&T Bank, which of course has the tech hub at Seneca One and a second hub downtown. To be CEO in your current position, that's going to expire at the end of the year. You're one of these women in tech, right?
I am one of these women in tech. And you know, it's so interesting because when I started my career, the fact that I could say I'm a woman in tech, never in a million years would I ever thought that would be the way my career path unfolded. But like, that's why it's so important to have these events to share stories like this. There is no one certain way to get to tech. And you know, women, even though we've made tremendous strides in the tech industry, we still only represent 25% of the tech workforce, even though we make up half of the total US workforce. So there's really a long way to go. And that's why I think events like this are so important in showcasing the diversity of those pathways into tech.
About a year ago, your old boss at M&T, he'll be your boss again, told me when I did a story about the second tech hub for M&T that Buffalo was a sort of a tech hub city and was becoming that. Years ago, probably we couldn't have envisioned that was going to be the case. How excited are you about Western New York in the tech world? Oh,
I'm incredibly excited and incredibly optimistic. You know, this has been the work of my career over the last 6 or 7 years, and I believe so deeply in the importance of tech. And it's not just kind of the tech industry and traditional tech roles, it's about how tech skills are going to transform nearly every role across industry and sectors. So making sure that our community here in Western New York, women, underrepresented community members have access to those tech skills, access to those pathways. It's really, really important work and essential to the future, really, of our community.
Absolutely exciting stuff. Again, Sarah, thanks so much for coming in. That event is next Thursday, a week from tomorrow at Seneca One.